What up gamers, Fencer here, and welcome back to Frontline 2 Exilium. So the new event for Kukai and all that stuff should be out by now when this video goes out, but yeah, I'm still stuck in the in the whole thing with the, I guess, the previous events. Whoa, look at this guy. Yeah, he's able to summon out his own, I guess, what is that? A half-body boundary cover? Wait, isn't that just... Oh yeah, just that. Wait, where's the enemy? Oh, Mecha Hound over here. I was looking at the wrong place. Mecha Hound kind of looks like a smaller diner gate. Anyways, yeah, let's go and just fast forward this. But yeah, let's try to get this done, man. I really want to get to the next event. I'm going to assume I have like maybe, if I include this video, possibly 2 to 3 more videos left. But yeah, I'll be starting that Kukai stuff at some point, and also doing some pulls for her, because I imagine that at the very least I might be able to get her along with like a purple version of her weapon. But at the very least I can guarantee that at least one of them, like with Kukai or Kukai, and then Michitu will be obtained. And I do want to get her. I think she looks really cool. If anything, maybe... I thought about like maybe going through the story first, just to see if I like the character. The thing is, like, already from a like aesthetic standpoint, yeah, Kukai looks really cool. Definitely like the coolest character so far that I've seen, just from a, you know, visual standpoint. Leader, it doesn't look like they're trying to close the gap. Yes, it seems like they figured out what we're trying to do. Their aim is just to buy time, so they're keeping their distance and exchanging fire with us, keeping us from that building which we could use to block the path. To think we have to launch an attack even though we're the side that got ambushed. Hey Shorty, we worked it pretty well together back there. Want to team up again? You need Vepley to shine brighter? Yes, please. Draw their attention. I'll try to approach that building again. Nemesis, please cover us. Twining, the moments of enlightenment, in the distance from confusion. I kinda miss Nemesis's, like, her dialogue, like her speech. It's been a while. Nemesis says she's low on ammo. Okay. Alright then, our success or failure rests on this gambit. Let's go. Time for Vepley's favorite special effect, smoke screens. Vepley pulls out a smoke grenade and throws it in the opposite direction of her cover. The moment it bursts, the enemy's bullets rain down on the spreading smoke cloud. The dolls emerge from their cover and race towards the building they're going to bring down. Krolik, enemies on your 9, roughly 50 meters away. Leader, you guys carry on. I'll wipe them out. Krolik lowers her stance and sprints over to the enemies in question. The screams fill the radio channel. 3 down. 2 more headed your way, leader. Their path might pass through Nemesis's field of fire. Bang bang. Before Krolik can finish speaking, a pair of bullets find their homes in the enemy skulls. They collapse like puppets with their strings cut, and bright red liquid gushes out of their helmets. Dang man, just really want to see a animated version. Like a part of me wants to watch that Girls Frontline anime, because I saw that was a thing, but yeah. We'll see. Maybe one day. I just feel like that might be more of like the, like based on the first game, right? So, yeah, I don't know if I should watch that. I don't know if I'll like, you know, maybe I should experience the first game first before watching that. Before Krolik can spout a one-liner, a hail of bullets fly her way from another direction. She quickly ducks behind cover, trying to find the best position of her attackers. This time the enemy doesn't seem willing to let her go. They hammer her position with a torrent of lead, keeping Krolik completely pinned down. Quit bullying Krolik. Vepley, go help her. Vepley proceeds to double back to support Krolik. She throws her a grenade with all her might, and the enemy throws back more grenades in response. Groza feels the heat, and shockwaves from the multiple detonations wash over her back. While she continues running forward, There's a hint of anxiety in her voice as she keys her communicator. Krolik, Vepley, are you alright? I'm okay. I just got hit by a few bullets. For some reason, I get the feeling I should bring a ranged weapon along next time. Yeah, I feel it with Krolik. I mean, she's pretty good with the sword. But it wouldn't hurt to, like, I guess for mobility, maybe just bring a pistol would be good enough. Flowing sands and running waters recede, then go still at the furthest reaches of sunset. Okay, fine, you win. Now fire off the rest of your rounds and cover us. Vepley thinks the show went too well, but Mr. Pizza will give me strength. Mr. Pizza? The sound of heavy gunfire comes over the transmission once again, and this time it's getting closer to the dolls. Rosa can clearly tell that these black armored troopers are worlds apart from the enemies she's previously encountered. The shooting techniques and tactics mark them as veteran fighters, and they clearly understand the terrain. Although their responses are slower than the dolls, they can still attack the dolls from multiple angles while hugging cover, negating the advantages in accuracy and reaction speed which the dolls enjoy. The Elmo dolls are having a hard fight, and time is not on her side this time. Rosa glances at the explosives in her backpack. So far, they haven't managed to set off a single charge, and the IFVs pursuing them will not give them a chance to catch their breath. If they can't block off the single road giving access to the pass, then it's only a matter of time before the enemy's main force catches up and wipes them out. Rosa squeezes her weapon's foregrip and thinks about what to do if the worst should come to pass. We fell for it. They weren't trying to delay us, they were just planning to directly destroy us. They're smarter than we expected, using their advantage in numbers and firepower to overwhelm us. Still, they aren't dolls. They'll die when they're killed. Yes, people die when they are killed. That's an old meme. We've taken out so many of them already. Doesn't their commander give a dang about their men? Rosa doesn't know how to answer Krolik's question. Logically speaking, most commanders would do as Krolik said and try to avoid unnecessary casualties. But the enemy's fighting spirits and morale hasn't fallen because of their losses. She can't apply normal preconceptions to these foes. There's no point thinking about all that. Leader, I'll delay the enemy. Hurry and bring down that building. We can't let the commander come back to the site of the Elmo in flames, right? That's right. Please, I'm counting on you. Rosa ducks into the target building and unpacks enough explosives to bring this building down several times over before wiring them up with detonators and setting up the initiation sequence. However, the sound of IFE engines comes from nearby. Rosa looks up, and her hands stop moving as she sees the scene before her. The IFEs have been engaging the Elmo just now and are heading down the road, going straight for the Elmo. Rosa's heart fills with a despair she's never felt before as the unending stream of IFVs rumbles in. No matter how fast she works, there's no way she can finish planting all the explosives on all the buildings' load-bearing columns before the convoy passes by. Time seems to slow to a crawl, and in Rosa's eyes, everything outside takes place in slow motion. In an instant, she remembers many things. Her life after parting ways with the commander, the scene of her reunion with him, the first time she downloaded her neural backup into this frame, that strange feeling from back then. She clearly promised the commander that she would protect everyone on the Elmo. No, she can't give up yet. She needs to complete her mission, and besides, she still has her last resort. Rosa lays the explosives on the ground and quickly reconnects them before loading them onto her back. The circuit ends at the detonator whose time delay has been removed. Rosa takes it in hand, discards her weapon, and jumps out in front of the first IFV. The driver reacts quickly. Its autocannon and its coaxial machine gun immediately begin tracking her movements, but a doll's dexterity and rapid reflexes allow her to easily avoid the attack. Immediately following, she throws herself into a slide to go under the IFV. Krolik, take charge in my place from now on. Bring everyone back to the Elmo immediately. Upon hearing Rosa's words, Krolik's reply over the radio sounds frantic. Leader, what are you doing? Is she doing her last resort thing? Because I know they were hinting at that. I will keep the enemy vehicles from approaching the Elmo. Everything seems to be happening in a slow motion. As she watches bullets kicks up puffs of sand and dust around her, she suddenly feels a strange sense of liberation. Neural upload synchronization command selection. Disabled? Warning, this command entails a high degree of risk. Please, reconfirm the disable order. Leader, talk to me. What are you doing? You can't... Not again. Confirm. Command confirm. Neural upload synchronization disabled. Wait, why would she do that? I'm not sure. I'm just wondering about this whole neural upload thing, because like I'm not sure if it's like a cloud thing. Like I know it probably is, but like is there still like a copy of her up there? So like if she goes down here, will they like still get her back though from like the latest update, like upload? Or is it a thing where like, you know, they just transfer the data to the cloud first, but like they get rid of it in a way? Because I know they always have to update their neural thing, right? Like I'm not sure if they like, you know, it's like they just put it there temporarily until they find a new body or something. You know, kind of like pretty much like a soul, I guess. Like that's pretty much like their version of a soul. Like they make sure they back up their soul first before they transfer that soul back into a new body. But now she disabled it, so I don't know. I wonder why she's doing this. Time goes from slowing down to practically standing still. Dang, is she about to die, dude? Like, wait, is Groza about to die? Oh shoot. Groza watches herself gradually approach the undercarriage of the IFE. She even sees the driver's look of panic as he tries to pull out his handgun, but fails to do so in time. She sees the shell casings ejected by the turret guns, as well as each and every pebble thrown into the air by the shaking of the ground. She sees a strange blue colored flower blossoming before her, and a blue butterfly flitting out of the flower's heart. And the final thing she sees is the commander's face, though for some reason it seems a little blurred. A strange feeling wells up from the depths of her neural cloud, but the real stranger is herself, standing in front of the commander. That self wears a completely different uniform from her, and has a completely different expression on her face. A powerful wave of fatigue washes over Groza. She closes her eyes and stops thinking. Dang, goodbye, Commander. Jeez. The thing is, I feel like if she disabled her synchronization, right, with the neural cloud. But like I said, I'm just wondering if it's like, you know, there can only be like one copy of like their data, I guess. I don't know why she would disable it or something. I don't know. Anyway, kaboom. But did she really die? I mean, we'll find out, man. I mean, so far in gacha games, when it comes to playable characters, like, no one has really, that I experienced so far, has died. Well, I guess in this game, you know, maybe death is not that bad because they can always upload themselves into a new body. But now this time, she disabled her thing, so I don't know what that means. Anyways, okay. Yeah, so what the heck, Rosa? What the heck? Okay, I guess we'll find out what happens next. As the helicopter races through the jet black sky, it slowly descends and emerges from the cloud cover that prevents the others from noticing it. I can't help but worry as I look at my reflection in the window and back at the terminal in front of me. The terminal displays a connection loss icon. I sigh, then I try to re-establish the communication link. Groza, do you read me? Come in, Elmo. However, the only thing I hear from my earpiece is the hissing of static. I've been trying to contact them throughout the entire flight, but I haven't been able to get through so far. I clench my fist and glance unhappily at the hovering Danda gate. Didn't you say you could maintain comms with the Elmo no matter the distance? That would require the local signal markers to be intact. So the nearby signal markers have all been destroyed. Considering the scale of the enemy attack Rosa mentioned, that's definitely a possibility. It also means the opposition prepared their ambush well. While they are going up against the Elmo, I can't underestimate the reaction speed of these black-armored Mongi security troopers. I look out the window, at the ground below. The pass I told the Elmo to head toward is right below us. I head over to the cockpit, where Sharkry and Centauressi are sitting in the pilot and co-pilot seats. Sharkry, descend to 200 meters and then maintain altitude. Okay. Dang it, we're about to get there. I want to see the interaction between Sharkry and Vepley. That'll be a lot of fun. Because they pretty much they're like the same characters pretty much in personality. Have the helicopter's rocket pods been reloaded? Topped up and ready to go. Good. Centauressi, when we fly above the pass, try to use the vehicle radio to establish comms at short range. Commander, the enemy might discover us if we use the radio. It's alright, they won't be able to respond. The helicopter soars through the air above the pass, and I can see quite a number of ant-like vehicles swarming the entrance. There are intermittent flashes of light in the settlement at the mouth of the pass. There are people exchanging fire there, and it's plain to see that our people are among them. Looking further into the distance, I see the MBV crawling along as it trails a huge plume of black smoke. It's traveling slowly, but it's already drawn away from the firefight. Centauressi turns on the radio, and I begin hailing it. Soon, I hear Mailing's voice amidst the noise. Mailing, do you read me? Commander? Thank goodness, I got through at last. Calm down, Mailing. What's happening now? We're being chased by lots of enemy armor. We headed to the town you mentioned earlier, but there were enemies they are waiting to ambush us. Leader Groza took the dolls out to intercept them, and she said she would blow up the road on this side. They saw through it. Huh? Can you contact Rosa? No, I can't. Leader and the others haven't been responding since just now. Do you think they're in danger? I mean, of course they are. I'm sure they are. You're still in the firefight. I'll go back them up. You keep driving the Elmo and don't stop for anything. Got that? I got it. Commander, please bring back Leader Groza and the others. Leave it to me. I put down the headset and return to the passenger cabin. I look around at the dolls holding their weapons and ammo, then begin handing out combat assignments. Diane, Zhangyu, Zhaohui, and Centauressi, you'll be forming a squad to assist and relieve Groza's team. You already know who Groza is. The other three members of her team are a doll with bunny ears, a doll with a purple cape, and a doll with a M. Pizzaurus backpack. You should be able to recognize them at a glance. Okay, that's interesting. So, I guess that confirms it. I know this is probably like mentioned before. But yeah, Groza was, I guess, from the first game, I guess, and then the rest were not. Like Krolik and Nemesis. But yeah, as for like, new characters to introduce, like, into this game here, like, man, they went pretty cool with like the starting characters, man. Krolik and Nemesis, man, like, man, they're so cool. Don't get stuck in with the enemy. Find them and bring them back to the chopper ASAP. Understood. We'll take care of it, Commander. Time to show you the power of an elite doll, Commander. Kulfin, you're in charge of protecting Melanie. Do not leave her side for a moment. Yep. Are you alright with that, Melanie? I'm okay. Alright, prepare to move out. I head back to the cockpit, instructing Sharkray to overfly the firefight. Once we're above it, I point out a largely intact building, and Sharkray immediately picks up on what I want and descends. Let's go. Centauressi and Diane open the hatches in their respective sides of the chopper, and a ferocious downwash screams in front of the outside. The dolls stand by the open doors while Kulfin shields Melanie from the howling winds with her body. The helicopter nears the target building. The dolls jump out when it's roughly 10 meters above the roof. Aha! Time for a Griffin airdrop. Watch this, big sis. Zhangyu does a magnificent flip in midair before touching down. Diane, who has touched down alongside with her, glances at her sister before approaching her. Be careful, Zhangyu. We're in the combat zone now. But that's what I want. It feels just like the old times. So this is what you used to do. No wonder you're always so restless. Why? You jelly? Ladies of Monsoon, let's head out. Pardon us, Miss Santaresi. Let's go. The dolls dart into the building, and the helicopter pulls up again as it heads toward the mouth of the pass. Looks like it's about time. From the co-pilot seat, I see multiple IFVs working their way through the town area. They're driving single file toward the Elmo, the perfect opportunity for us. Sharkry, target this road and blow all those IFVs to scrap. Will do. Hey, look at this. The helicopter adjusts its position as it hovers, then plunges in for a strafing run. Rockets scream out of their pods in rapid succession, and explosions erupt along the length of the road, turning the IFVs into burning wrecks. Rosa feels her frame hit the ground hard with a dull thud. Okay, she's still alive. In the wake of the deafening explosions, the walls of the pass crumble and the ruined buildings nearby collapse, engulfing the fleeing monkey security troopers. She can hear their screams. She can see the mangled remains of humans that have been blasted into gory chunks, and she can feel their hot blood raining down on her. But wait a minute. Didn't she just... Rosa thinks back to what she was doing before she found herself collapsed on the ground. Do dolls feel like this after they blow themselves up? It doesn't seem any different from normal. She recalled a time when scientific advancement in this world was still limited, and humans believed that after death, they would become something called ghosts, entities left behind after one's death. Then, is she kind of data ghost now? Rosa lies motionless, trying to clear her head. In her recollection, she was preparing to press a button on her detonator, but then the IV before her suddenly exploded, and the massive shockwave sent her flying. Rosa looks down at her right hand. The detonator is still there, but she did not press it. Then, what was that explosion just now? Oh, okay, I see. She was about to press it, but then I guess we came in, so she didn't really like blow herself up. Okay, that's good. That's what I'm thinking happened. Before she can think about it, the sounds of more gunfire and explosions come from the other side of the rubble. Kaboom! Looks like the opposition hasn't given up yet. They're trying to blast a hole in the debris, and fall in rock, blocking the path, so the troops outside can get inside and continue fighting. Once again, there's another deafening explosion. Rocks and debris fly. Oh, hold on. My monitor is glitching out, like the one I used to to play. There we go. Yeah, that might happen sometimes. It's been happening recently where it would kind of switch the, I guess, you know, what it would show on my monitor. Rocks and debris fly everywhere, and the block passage shows signs of clearing. Another one, and kaboom. The rubble blocking the path is completely blown away. She can hear monkey troopers approaching, so close that she can see their gray helmets through the breach. Is this the end? No, not yet. Bullets suddenly fly past her, accurately striking the monkey troopers in the head. Shocked, Rosa looks back and sees the dolls rushing out of the smoke and running to her side. Oh, here's the battle. So yeah, that's interesting. So Groza wasn't... yeah, she didn't explode, like, by herself. Dude, the cutscenes, man, they're so much better now. Like, the close-up, like the zoom-ins here. Miss Groza, are you alright? And the expressions, too. Are you the reinforcement sent by the commander? Miss Groza, do you not remember me? Yes, I am. Master sent me to help you withdraw. Where are the other dolls? They're behind me, fighting in the streets. They're engaged with the enemy. They need backup. Understood. Miss Diane, please take Monsoon Squad and reinforce the other dolls. I'll help evacuate Miss Groza. Understood. We'll leave these things on this side to you. Please stay slow, Miss Groza. You sustained severe damage to your frame. I'll drag you out of there. Nemesis, what happened to your cover fire? Departure, lost and hidden friends. What do you mean you ran out of ammo? And now of all times? Get it together already. Are there dolls approaching us from over there? They're fast. Are they enemies? Don't shoot. We're friendlies. Are you dolls from the Elmo? Yes, we are. We're from Monsoon Squad. The commander sent us to back you up. We'll be covering your withdrawal. So the commander sent you, but leader's still out there. Our teammate will bring her back. Let's take care of the enemies in front of us first, shall we? Sounds great. Time to give those dudes a spanking. Yeah, that's so cool. But yeah, I'm just wondering about the whole like neural cloud backup thing. It's just in a way, you know, since we got the cloud, like in my mind, it just, in a way, it feels safe for these dolls to go out, because you know we can just upload their data back into like another, I guess, doll frame. But they made it so dramatic where like maybe Rosa wouldn't come back or something. Like I'm guessing like that whole synchronization thing, like just disabling it. I don't know why she would do that. Well, yeah, I'm just wondering about the mechanics behind that. Like, you know, how the logic works there. Because they really made it seem like Rosa would, you know, if she were to die, like, she would be, like, gone forever. So yeah, I am kind of, like, curious on that. On how that works. Like, yeah, you know, like, pretty much, like, cloud storage, like, that you would use. Like the Google Drive or OneDrive, like, whatever you use. Like, yeah, pretty much, like, that would be, like, the neural cloud stuff. And then, like, if you want it to be more on the, like, you can, like, outside of that drive, it will be, like, pretty much, like, the frames. But yeah, I'm just wondering about that, because that's how, like, my mind is going, but, like, unless they ran out of frames, like, there's no way they can, I guess, get them back. So yeah, I'm like, sometimes I'm just never worried about, you know, losing them that much. The red-haired woman anxiously studies the message on the screen, not even realizing that her cigarette has almost burned itself out. Half of the IFVs she sent down to the town have been destroyed. The other half have been wedged outside by fallen rocks and rubble. Meanwhile, there is a ceaseless stream of casualty reports from her Omen forces. Just now, the dolls that jumped out of the helicopter had completely eliminated any chance she had of wiping those encircled dolls. That helicopter had shown up with incredible timing and practically destroyed her entire deployment in an instant. Could it be that the fleeing MPV had only been a decoy? Was she the one being ambushed all along? I like her like thinking right now where like, are we the ones being ambushed? But no, we're just trying to, you know, save ourselves. The confidence she had started with crumbles in an instant, and Linton can't help but wonder if there's a bigger trap waiting for her behind all this. Any other person would probably not be able to do it, but she can't even think or begin to imagine what kind of strategies that man who came back from Frankfurt can employ. Linton's underestimation of him has already cost her dearly, and right now she knows that her only choice is no choice at all. Contact all squads, have them begin withdrawing, load up the dead and wounded where possible, and return to our muster point. But adjutant, we can still fight. We still have those dolls surrounded. And what if they have more dolls lying in waiting for us? But we still have a perimeter lockdown mission ahead of us. We can't lose any more men. Bring everyone back now. Yes, ma'am. Dang it. Keeney angrily punches his seat before leaving the IFE. He doesn't look back. It is only now that Linton notices the burning pain at her fingertips. She clicks her tongue and drops the cigarette butt. Its lingering heat scorches the black edge circle on the intelligence report lying on the floor of the vehicle. Linton picks it up, preparing to throw the pages that made her lose so much out of the vehicle. However, her hand stops halfway, and Linton instead throws the report back on the ground. There is a strange feeling in her heart. It's been there for a full 10 years, appearing in her dreams, showing up whenever she doubted herself, forcing her to find all kinds of excuses for her actions in order to get it under control. As it is, she can no longer hold it back. The feeling that utterly denies all the choices she has made, an emotion that completely crushes her soul into the dirt. How? How is it that he can still beat me, even after falling so far? So yeah, they really had a history where, I guess the commander has, you know, I guess defeated her many times in the past. Why would he give up on everything, even when he's this capable? It makes no sense. She has to ask him and find an answer to that question. Linton grabs her gun and stands up, throwing open the IFV's hatch. She clenches her fist, driving her nail so deeply into her palm that blood begins welling up and dripping from her hand. Jeez, man, that's... Yeah, she's that angry. My gosh. It shouldn't. Things shouldn't be this way. Come on, load up. Monsoon Squad brings the Elmo dolls to the roof of a nearby building. As the helicopter slowly touches down, I open the hatch so the dolls can rush inside. Diane and the others bring Krolik, Ripley, and Nemesis with them into the helicopter, which makes the passenger compartment feel a little cramped. Jiahui and Zhang Yu reflexively take up positions on the edge of the cabin, guns raised and scanning their surroundings. Commander, where did you get all these people from? They're old friends. Where's Groza? Miss Interesi said she was helping to evacuate Groza. I look down, but there's no sign of them. I pick up the handset and hail Centeresi. Centeresi, where are you two? Master, Miss Groza is badly hurt. The enemy caught up to us and we're trying to hold him off. Find a way to indicate your location. Got it. I hear a magazine change over the transmission. Shortly afterwards, I see a stream of tracer rounds hurtled into the sky. I immediately point in that direction and order Sharkray to dust off. Once we reach the area above the tracers, I can clearly make out Centeresi and Groza fighting off the enemy from behind cover. Zhang Yu and Zhao Hui immediately rake the enemy support weapons with gunshots, and the suppressive fire from the distance eases off. Centeresi looks up at the helicopter and takes advantage of the lull in the shooting to grab Groza and head for the nearest roof. Wah! A pair of missiles fly toward the helicopter, but fortunately Sharkray has been slowly orbiting the site and dodges them. Diane moves up to the doorway and joins the other dolls in suppressing the source of those rockets. Meanwhile, I get Sharkray to rapidly descend and get as close to the building's edge as possible. Hey, look at this. Hey, Centeresi here. Just as the helicopter levels out, Centeresi appears on the roof, carrying Groza. She widens her steps to pick up the speed. Jumping off to the roof with Groza, the two of them slam into the helicopter like a cannonball. Fortunately, the other dolls help them soften the impact. Diane helps Centeresi lay Groza on the cabin floor, while Zhang Yu immediately closes the hatch. Seeing that everyone is aboard, Sharkray immediately climbs into the air, beating a hasty retreat while being pursued by more rockets. The helicopter flies towards the Elmo. Fortunately, the roof landing pad isn't too badly damaged. Sharkray lands a chopper on the Elmo. The dolls dismount, waiting for further instructions. I look into the distance. The Elmo is clear of that ruined town, and the enemy shows no intention of continuing the pursuit. I sigh in relief, then turn my attention back to the dolls. Groza's frame is riddled with shrapnel. Krolik and Nemesis are carefully unloading her from the helicopter. Groza, are you alright? I'm fine. I'm sorry. I almost failed to complete my mission. It was my fault for coming back late. Don't speak. You need repairs. Groza nods and closes her eyes. I hear the chime of the hangar elevator nearby, and Mei Ling rushes out as the door opens. Commander! Leader, are you okay? Groza shakes her head, but does not respond. Mei Ling, you've done a great job. Now I need you to do a little more. Got it. I'll start fixing Leader right now. With Mei Ling urging them on, Krolik and Nemesis help Groza to the repair bay. Will Leader really be alright? I hope it's just surface level damage. We'll have to wait for mailing to finish running diagnostics. Speaking of diagnostics, why don't you give Melanie a checkup? After that, we can get her a room to rest in. Alright, come with me, okay, Melanie? Melanie glances at me, then obediently follows Golfin down the stairs. I adeptly give the other dolls a tour of the Elmo, which also includes performing a damage assessment of the striken areas. I head back to the ops room. Thanks to the recent attack, it's a total mess. Glass panels have been broken, and fragments are everywhere. I can't help but sigh as I think about how the Elmo has just been repaired not long ago, only for it to be reduced to this state once again. I sit back down in my chair. Who would have thought so many things would have happened in the course of just one day? The thirdo silent Dandegate flies above my head once again. Dandelion's smug voice rings out from above me. What an exciting day this was, Commander. Does it remind you of your Griffin days? I can't help but be reminded of them. I reach up to grab Dandegate above my head, but it nimbly evades my grasp. The Dandegate flies before me and projects Dandelion's face again. She is yawning and stretching lazily. So, were the day's events of coincidence that you arranged too? How could that be? The only coincidence I arranged was for you to meet Monsoon and the Suchero, but then you ended up rewriting the script in your own way. I had nothing to do with the encounter in that underground lab, the fights with Monkey Security or that girl. Oh really? Anyway, about that data you found in that underground lab, have you learned anything yet? I found a piece of information before we left the range of the signal marker network. As it turns out, there has been a string of missing persons and cultist activity cases filed with the police departments of the various major districts in the nearby satellite cities. So far, I've read through 800 plus reports and over 13,000 pictures, 46 videos, and the material involves over 1,000 people. Right now, I'm trying to analyze similarities and sort them to see if I can find any clues. However, the reports are all highly disorganized, and there are signs of systematic internal tampering in addition to the confusing information. What? So give me a little more time, okay? It's only been half a day. Even I can't digest all this at once. The rest will just have to wait until my connection to the signal marker network is restored. However, there seems to be some similarities between the experiments you found and what HIDE 404 is investigating. Perhaps they might be able to give you a lead to follow. I trust you haven't forgotten them yet? How could I ever? Lena assigned you to go pick them up, right? Rosa and the others were attacked on the road to get them. They were probably the same people as the ones who attacked 404. That's my guess too. According to the PMC registration database, Monkey Security is supposed to be a small independent company with less than 100 employees to their name. It looks like the NOMFA must have messed up really badly if they managed to overlook a company with this level of equipment and manpower. We'll tell Callan about this afterwards. However, we've just been cut off since just now. We can't contact anyone, be they 404 or Lena. The enemy is smart. They knew to destroy these signal markers. However, I doubt this will pose a problem for 404. You mean? I mean something like this. Dandelion points to the ops room's main terminal. Suddenly, it buzzes with a comms request. I glance at Dandelion, then I rarely put it through. Hey, it looks like I finally got through. Man, it sure was hard fixing a signal marker with hardware this old. Man, Klukai, here we go. Would have killed me if I didn't fix it. Just thinking about it scares me. For a moment, I'm not sure how to answer. There's a look of doubt on my face as I listen to the voice on the line. No response? Hello? Can you hear me? I'm connected, right? You haven't forgotten who I am, have you, Commander? There's a brief burst of noise. The video window dissolves into a static, and then clears up. Whoa, who's this? There's a man with his back to the camera. He seems to be banging on something. There's a burst of sparks, and then the man throws his wrench aside and slowly turns around. As he does, the man's face is revealed by the cold light of the overhead fluorescent lamps. Wait a minute. Is that you? Dier? Well, I don't know who he is,
これも
but apparently we know
みん
him.
なのおかげだ
Gonna guess once again he's from the first game. All right, let's go and try to learn about this Dier. All right. Dang, we're almost done, dude. Wow. Wait, can we finish it in this video? We're going by this pretty fast. I don't know. I mean, we might be able to. Yeah, we'll see. Because then, maybe next week we can do the Kluke or Klukai. I don't know why I say Kluke. There's like a lot of there's K's in her name like multiple times. Well, 2 times, but it feels like a lot. Outside the Elmo's windows, a sandy gust of wind speeds through the darkened sky. There is no either corpses here or nauseating monsters. The endless sands are clean as though nothing had ever happened. The helicopter slowly lands on the Elmo. The dolls open the hatch and jump down from the chopper, while the air follows them behind them as he touches down on the Elmo. After receiving the air's distress signal, Sintaresi took Diane and the others to the beacon station where the air was. As per our previous comms, I learned that he had come to offer assistance to after 404 had gone missing, but by the time he arrived at their location, he found that all the signal markers in the region had been destroyed, and the monkey security has seized control of all the roads leading in and out. In the end, he became trapped there. Fortunately, Lena had given the Elmo's comm code, so he managed to contact us after fixing a signal marker. We didn't encounter any enemies at the signal marker. The helicopter returned to the Elmo after taking the air aboard. The dolls returned to the repair bay to rest, while the air came to the ops room. I give him a quick once-over and can't help but feel unfamiliar with his look. Dang, here we go. Wow, look at that, man. It's a male character that, like, looks like he would be playable in a way. Like, he's got that style to him. What's wrong, Commander? Why are you looking at me like that? Well, it's been a long time since I last saw you. I didn't expect you to grow up like this. Well, I am a human after all. Our looks are different from dolls. We grow up fast. Yes, of course I know that. That said, what's more interesting is that you're still helping out Squad 404. There were times when I asked myself, why am I even putting myself through all this crap? But hey, in for a penny, in for a pound, right? And besides, I heard that the Elmo would be helping them out, and I always wanted to take a look around the Elmo. Is this thing really that interesting? Of course it is. After all, it's a cutting-edge IOP product. The final glory of the NSU's heavy industry. A one-of-a-kind model who's like we will never see again. Yeah, it sounds pretty awesome. Honestly, you don't even know how valuable this thing is, do you, Commander? All I know is that thanks to its workshop bills, I have trouble just getting enough water to drink as it is. Hey, you get what you pay for. Would you mind if I upgrade the comms system over there? Be my guest. I step aside and the air takes a bunch of strange devices before starting work on the command console. After some banging and fiddling, I see a screen on the console's monitor that I've never seen before. What's this? I upgraded the Elmo's comm systems and also set up a temporary encrypted comms channel. I'm sure there were cases in the past where your transmissions were leaked to the outside world, right? Why do you ask? Lena told me about it. She said that after Miss Kalina found out that the NOMFA's comms had been cracked by others on multiple occasions, she told 404 about it and asked them to improve their signal encryption. Levis felt that relying on an encrypted channel alone was pointless. Not only did she boost the encryption on all their communications, she also installed a honey trap in 404's information systems. Any visitors who haven't been invited by 404 will receive a special surprise from them. Unfortunately, the upgraded technology still hasn't managed to catch that visitor who's turned up so many times before. The encrypted comm channel I set up here is similar to the one Squad 404 is using now. This way, we can better ensure data security between both sides. If that's the case, Kalina had best upgrade on her end too. Well, about that, I don't dare to mess around lightly with those things on NOMFA's end. Although, I think that's where the biggest hole in security is. So you think the NOMFA is problematic? Like, it would be strange if a government organization of that level didn't have loopholes, right? I fall silent for a while and don't respond to Dier's words. In principle, I trust Callan unconditionally, but she's part of the NOMFA, and I can't make up my mind about them right away. After some thought, I decided to change the subject. Oh yes, you were saying that Lena asked you to come over? Yep. Earlier, Klukai mentioned having trouble getting network signal, so Lena sent me over to help troubleshoot some things for her. At first, I thought it was just a standard mission, so I took my family helicopter over and paid for transportation and tools myself. Now that I think about it, Klukai really is too stingy. So you entered the yellow zone all by yourself? Well, the danger level for this place wasn't high, and my truck had good specs, so the Varjägers had trouble catching up. I thought I could just find a signal marker, drop off an enhanced base station, and be done with it, but turns out every signal marker I encountered along the way was completely destroyed. The only one whose internals I could even begin to repair was the last one. After that, I found out the way out was completely controlled by Mongi forces. I figured the way that they'd shoot me full of holes first, even if I tried to go back. Luckily I met you, Commander, otherwise I'd have been totally screwed. Saying so, the air fiddles with the console interface and rescans for new transmission channels. Huh? The game kind of froze? And the music changed too. What's this? It's a transmission base station. It's broadcasting right now. Can I connect to it? Yes, do it now. Dia reconnects to the transmission. A rapid, loud voice speaks over the channel. 3762 60 second platoon of the 7th Environmental Survey Corps. We have a emergency and we need support. I repeat, we need support. Survey Corps? Aren't those forces that the 404 are working with? Can we communicate with them? No, there's no response. This is an audio clip on a looped broadcast. Can we backtrace their signal then? Sure we can. Alright, location confirmed. They're not far away. I picked up my terminal and contact Centauressi. Master? Centauressi, I have a new assignment for you. Get ready for battle along with Monsoon Squad and meet in a hangar. Understood. Preparing now. I have the air send the coordinates to the dolls and look out at the night sky as dark and mysterious as this mission. This might be our break in finding Mage ID E404. Okay. Oh, just straight into the battle? Okay. I mean, yeah, we can do this like really fast and then we'll like continue on from the next video. Oh yeah, we're almost done here. And I realized I was like this close to just being done. Okay. And also, it's pretty cool to see the air here. Oh, my dog wants to go in. There we go. I mean, you know, we don't really have a lot of like male characters that look like they would be playable in a way. But the air, you know, with his looks, even though he's like human and stuff, like I feel like he would be like an engineer in a way if he was a doll. But yeah, I don't think there's like any male dolls though. Dang, dude, this strike captain, like, of these guys, like, he can like teleport and stuff, and he's got a sword too on the back, I think. He's like Ulrid. But yeah, she can do it too. Nice. But yeah, we'll resume the dialogue in the next video. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this. So, you know, when we do finish this thing, um, yeah, I will I will get the rewards on my own time in one show. Actually, I'll just do it now. Why not? Yeah, I'll just go back to the up point. There we go. Nice. Yeah, next time we'll resume that, and then we'll do the last one. And then, you know, depending on how long it is, maybe I might cut the, you know, I might include like the next event story in the next video. Man, we got like one more left, man. Do I want to extend this? I just don't want to make this video too long. You know what? We'll keep on going. Let's go, man. Why not? We'll make this a little bit longer so that, you know, by next week we can just do the Kukai event. I hope it's not that bad. We hurry back to the ops room. The air heads to the comms hub and begins connecting to the equipment. Can you find 404's location with the base station? I'm trying, but my guess is that it's not too likely. The base station might be mil-spec hardware, but Mongi Security already knows that it exists, so in addition to sending people to destroy it, they'll increase their efforts in jamming its signal. The communications hub emits a signal loss tone, validating the air's thinking. Didn't work, not like I expected. Still, there might be hope if we can use Sexton's help to help. Hang on. Wait, he knows about Sextons too? I guess we kinda talked a lot while they battled. The air crawls under the command terminal and begins installing some extra equipment. Meanwhile, I use this time to contact Centauressi. Centauressi, how are things now? We've buried the soldiers. The base station seems to be running normally. Right. Spread out and establish a defense line. Now that Mongi knows they've failed, they'll send out more people over to counterattack. You must ensure the base station is secure. Understood, Master. We won't disappoint you. The air emerges from under the command terminal and taps several locations on the touchscreen, whereupon their menus begin to change. Right. I copied over the frequency settings from the military base station. This way, the Elmo can use it as a relay to search for nearby Mongi security signals. Well done. Rosa, do you read me? Go ahead, Commander. Connect to Sexton's level 2 and see if you can find any treasure. Got it, working now. Rosa ends the transmission. Soon, Sexton's IFFF key is transmitted to the Elmo systems. This military base station has great coverage. Now, for the nearby signal traces. What's wrong? The good news is that this IFF key is really effective. It's picking up traces of every single position Mongi forces have been to. The bad news is, it's picking up traces of every signal position Mongi forces have been to, so they're all over the map. I look at the map after a signal analysis has been done. Our surroundings are covered in red dots. Looks like they were really earning their paychecks. Let's think about this from a different angle. Look for signal traces belonging to the highest ranked contacts among these. The air gets my meaning. He nods and immediately begins working on the task. Got it. There are 2 sets of signal traces corresponding to highly encrypted wavelengths. The first was active between half a month to 1 day ago, while the other suddenly appeared a day ago. Looks like we found them. Can we try to pinpoint the signal location? One moment. Nope. Looks like they're using a different communications network from the rest of Mongi Security. We can't obtain their exact location with Sexton's permissions. However, if we can use Sexton's permissions to connect to that network and crack their firewall, we might be able to see their location. That's it. It'll probably take a full day to crack it with the Elmo's current equipment. Well, we'll just start by trying to crack it. The air begins its work. Like I said, the progress bar on the monitor is crawling along. I sink into thoughts. Then, I suddenly think of something and look at the Dandegate. Say, Dandelion, is it cracking your forte? You're terrible, Commander. You only want me for my cryptanalysis. It's enough to make me cry. I'm sorry. Can you help us out? Well, like that boy said, The Elmo systems don't support cracking. As for me, my processing power is limited to that of this tiny Dandegate. Have you forgotten that all the signal markers are destroyed and my connection to the outside world has been severed? Commander, look at this. The Earth suddenly exclaims, and I look at the command terminal screen. The opposition signal security level has suddenly fallen. The Earth begins tapping on the screen before I can tell him to. Wait, they voluntarily lowered their own security level? There's a chance now. They lowered it. They did encounter 404, so they lowered their security level to be compatible with 404 security channels. That means we don't have much time to do this, given our current speed. The progress bar visibly picks up speed, but the estimated completion time shows that the operation will still take close to an hour to finish. Dang it, we're still too slow. The Dandegate flies up to the screen, and its mono eye flashes. Then, Dandelion projects her image and smiles smugly as she speaks to me. Well, if they lowered their security to this level, I might be able to do something about it. However, I can't handle the encrypted signal of this level alone. Tell me what you need. You know me so well, Commander. Can I borrow these cute little dolls of yours? You're not going to do anything dangerous, are you? Relax. I'll return them all in one piece after I'm done. I'll set myself up as a relay, so even if the offensive barriers trigger, I'll be the only one to melt down. Well, have I allayed your concerns? I eyed the Dandegate dubiously, and then contact Rosa. Soon, processing power reaches the command system. The Dandegate perches on the command terminal and begins to work. Looks like there were offensive barriers after all. Time for me to show what I can do. Are we gonna hack, I guess? I guess so. Everyone, I need you to focus your forces on the weakest part of the enemy protocol. I'll assist you from the outside and keep you from being contaminated by the enemy data. If we're ready, then let's go. Well, the battles are not too bad here. Like for these last two here, it's just more straightforward. Not even like a big boss, it seems. Yeah, that's interesting. There hasn't really been like a big boss, right? I think before it was the Boojum, right? Like we fought a Boojum, right? Like 2 events ago. Okay. Yeah, we'll do this fast. Okay, maybe it was good for me to, I guess, do this last part. Because it just seems like it's going by pretty fast here if we're like already at the battle portion. Like normally it's like a lot of dialogue before we do some battling. But no, we got this. We got to this like really fast. Okay. So next week I think I can do the new event, which I'm really excited for. Like if they are willing to do like a live stream, that one like showcase for the new patch, like I'm sure it's gonna be like really good. We're in. Connect to the channel. The system indicates that the cracking was successful and DR begins eavesdropping on them. After some crackling noises, a couple of voices are clearly audible on the channel. I am here now. Belka, destroy the amplifier. 404. Cut all comms now. That's Klukai's voice. So they've encountered each other already. What should we do? Should we contact 404? No can do. They've gone silent, and using a monkey frequency to establish comms would be too risky. Can we obtain their position from the transmission just now? Sure can. Right. Send it to Groza. Groza, we've got an approximate location for 404. Sending it over now. Head there ASAP. Also, take Sextance with you. Use her to correct your course along the way. Must we? She can perform course corrections from aboard the Elmo. The opposition's permissions outrank Sextance, so it might be another 3rd-gen doll. Right now, she's affiliated with the Elmo, so having some extra fighting power will help with the upcoming op. Understood. I'll leave Nemesis and Colfin here to defend the Elmo. Everyone else will go help hide 404. Roger that. I'm counting on you. Groza ends the transmission and prepares to head out. As for me, I pause to think about to think before sending a transmission to Centauressi. Centauressi, sit rep. The enemy has attempted 2 counterattacks. We've repulsed them both. They might continue to trying to seize this location. Abandon the base station and return to the Elmo. Just like that, Master? Monkey will lower the guard once we abandon the base station. However, I think for a moment. Before that, send one last message from it. What kind of message? Use Morse code and broadcast it in clear text. Where are you? Alright, I will do so now. Soon, Rosa's Jeep leaves the Elmo and races off into the distance. Meanwhile, a series of long and short tones repeat through my earpiece, and I pray that they will convey adequate hope. Come on, you have to make it.
これも
Oh, is that really it?
みんなのおかげだ
Okay, exactly at 1 hour here. Like around 1 hour that we got that done. Alright, guys. So yeah. That's pretty much it for this entire story here. I mean, yeah, I felt like the ending, you know, it did feel kind of like not finished in a way. I guess maybe the only thing that felt kind of like grand was Groza being alive and stuff that, you know, just us rescuing them. But yeah, guys, that was just pretty much it for this event over here. Yeah, next time will be the Kukai event, and I'll be doing some pulls for her as well. But yeah, I can't wait for that, man. But that was the Zuchero Cafe. Yeah, not much with the Zuchero, like, near the end there, because, like, we kind of, like, abandoned it now. Like, it's just gone now, like, no more. But yeah, we'll see what's up next. Can't wait for the big event, man. But yeah, I'm glad I was able to do this in time. Unlike the Dush of Naya event. I kind of wish I could have, you know, played with that. But anyway, guys, yeah, that'll be it for now. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good